Hi guys, welcome back to, well, this will probably be the last episode on the rebuild Forza. So, as we can see, she's complete. Brakes are bled. Back one's a little bit harder to do, but got there in the end. So yeah, after over 6 months, we are now at the point where she can go to Honda, be inspected. Fingers crossed I've done my job right. There is few things I'm not happy with. The mirror on this one, I believe, the catch is broken on the inside. It works, as you can see, because it's held together, but long term I'm not 100% certain. Yeah, you said to yourself, well, I've rebuilt it, why not just pour a new one on? But the problem is these bloody things, they're 100 quid, £10 for a brand new piece of plastic here, excluding that, but the mirror, 100 quid. So anyway, yeah, brakes are bled, she's all working, seen the videos are restarting. But as we all know, with the older 300s, the 2013, 2014 models, they had something on them. I know it seems insignificant, but they had something on them that Honda removed. And I've noticed this trend as the Forza has developed. They've skimped out and skimped out and skimped out. And I thought what would be fitting to bring back to this one, and I'll show you now. So, probably I'm in the wrong spot, considering you've got to look at it on camera. Right, so I'm going to press the seat. No hands, I didn't touch that. So what I've done is I've retrofitted a little gas strut into the seat. I know that might not seem a big deal to everyone, but considering it was on a 300 Forza, the old style at least, I thought, it just adds to it, doesn't it? The premium quality that you would expect out of a Forza. Now, when I looked at it, when I found out that the older 300 had it and the 125 didn't, I probably thought, okay, it's a 125 market, probably weren't thinking, and it'll probably be on a 350 or the newer 300. But they never did, I know it seems thingy, but it's just nice to have it. And I didn't buy a 300 gas strut, the Honda version. I literally bought a kitchen cabinet stay for it, literally that. And I think it cost me £4 from eBay. Time will tell whether it works, at the end of the day, but it's there. And I'll take you from the tripod, or I'll follow you around with the tripod, and I'll show you it. So, let me see if I can put some light on the situation. So that's basically what we've got. Let me zoom in for you. Just a very basic strut. Okay, it took me a couple of attempts to get it in the right position. I suppose if you're cleverer than me, you'll work it out first time. But at least on this 2017, on this one, I just put the little fixed bracket into this little recess here that fits into here. And then obviously, yes, it does move at the moment between there. They are only said little screws. I mean, maybe in time I could probably put a little bolt through there, take this trim off, and just sort of put a nut behind it just to stop it from going anywhere. But yeah, so as I say, I'll try and... So it goes into the seat, locks. Let me zoom back on you because we're a bit close. So as you can see, I've got no hands near it. My only hand is on the seat, on the catch switch. Ready? And there we go. I know that might not seem like anything to some people, but it's just something I like to do with my Forzas. So yeah, without further ado, guys and people, and it's not too strong either. It's not too strong and it's not too weak. It just matches the seat. I think, if memory serves me right, on the listing, you've got strength settings, or strength, what a gas strut is known as. And I think this one was known as an 80N, which is good for a door of, well, like a kitchen cabinet door of up to, what was it, 6 kilos. And then the 60 is a 4. I estimated the seat to be around about, it's got to be 4 kilos minimum. So it's pulling up a seat, you know, it's capable of what, 6 kilos, if memory serves me right. And it seems to do the job well, you know. It's not overly strong where it's throwing the seat up. You know, I would say that's nice, that's gradual. It's not too weak, it doesn't sort of impede it, you know, and it will return. I mean, okay, we are in an enclosed building, but I suppose if we had wind around, I mean, there is enough resistance, as I'm trying to push on it, to stop it. And that's another thing I actually found, which is quite handy to have one of these struts, is when the wind's around, if you're like me, where you go touring a lot, and you're like on the big hills in the mountains and it's blustery, you know, 10-20 mile an hour, normally that seat, if you need to get access to it, or you need it up for some whatever reason, the wind will generally push the seat down, and you're always constantly, oh, get back up. But, you know, it's nice to just, yes, it's got a little bit of movement, you know, it's not rigid. I can put a little bit of pressure on it, and then it will return. But I mean, I think, to be honest, if you've got wind more than that, you're going to have serious problems trying to ride a bike. But yeah, that aside, I know I'm probably rambling on about a gas strut. My sort of excitement for the day. I was sad, but whatever. So yeah, this is where we are. So as I say, brakes are bled, front's done. That's not too bad. I think with new brake fluid, I think it's always a little bit thingy. I have checked that the bubbles have come out the lines. The front one, I love the front one. I mean, alright, there is no excuse for the front one. The front one has got brand new brake pads, so she's quite firm there. But yeah, so I think, as I say, I'm not going to obviously start it up for you guys, unfortunately. You've obviously seen that video. But yeah, so she's there now, and it's just a case of a bit more money, like everything. And we'll get a Honda technician just to look her over, just to say what's what. And we'll take it from there. Now, just before I end the video, the one thing I will say I'm not 100% happy with. Obviously, these are the wings or side panels off Rita. Now, these little additional pieces of plastic, and I've probably mentioned it before, they've normally got screw holes here, and normally you take all this front end away and they screw in, and then that goes on. Because it doesn't have that, I've got horrible little gaps down here, and they're not nice. And I am trying to find a set of cheap panels that maybe have them to try and replace them. The reason why I say it is, as I've said before, each one of those from Honda is £80, and they are that big. 80 quid, Honda. What are you playing at? If they were 20 quid, I'd do it in a heartbeat. You know, 160 quid for 2 lengths of bit of plastic. They like robbery. But yeah, further ado, that's all. I just wanted to bring you back, give you a completion video on the Forza, and thank you very much for following me along. You will probably see journeys with her at some point. I'm not obviously going to film, because it's difficult. You end up having to ask questions, permission, whatever. In her having her inspected, I'll have that done in private with her, and they can then tell me whether I'm a dumbass or do you want to work for us, sort of thing. Probably more the dumbass being the latter. So yeah, we will see. We will see. As you can see on the video, I'm trying to give her a black and blue theme. Sounds quite appropriate, doesn't it? Considering she's been smashed. But yeah, so that's what I'm just going to basically finish off. Not now, but in time. I think I'm going to buy the blue shroud for here. I have ordered a blue speedo ring, which was part of a design pack for these. Would you believe it? I actually found an old PDF file. There was a design pack and a business pack for these back in 2017. Would you believe that? And if you can remember it. Yeah, so your design pack basically included metal rubbery things here on your footboards, the blue speedo ring, and there is also a blue inset here in the handlebar where it's normally gloss black. So that was the design pack, and then the other one, and I think that part of the design pack was you could buy some rim stickers, like a lot on the newer Forzas. And the business pack had that phone holder. You remember that big bulky phone holder that fitted there? And I think obviously included top box, matching top box and things like that. So yeah, it's interesting. I remember 2017, I just sort of started riding, and I never